If autocorrect were your teacher, homework would be obsolete. How bittersweet to hit delete when the teacher begins to browbeat your tormented soul with knowledge. Knowledge is in the shiny wee device vibrating in your pocket. Is that your phone, or are you just happy to see your selfie? With a plethora of gadgets beeping and clicking these days, it comes to me in my middle-aged haze that the youth of today are becoming dependent on a new form of teacher so much more resplendent than I am, sporting my cardigan and Pinez frames. No one knows what those are, but I like to throw out words that confound. Obfuscate, complicate, discombobulate. Student madly Googles to determine definition, defying cognition, their brain's ignition turned to neutral. Your teachers grew up in a world non-digital. And forgive me if I sound hypercritical, but if you can't spell there, and there, it's unforgivable. And the consequences are unthinkable if we lose our language thanks to autocorrect. Oh, and did I neglect, as my thoughts roll on unchecked, to show respect to the technological mastery our modern wee prodigies lay claim to? In my failure to connect the dots between Wiki, Google, Wi-Fi, Insta, Snap, Face, Twit, Tumble, Reddit, Kijiji, BBM, Message, LOL, TTYL, and BRB and TMI, and who am I? Who am I to judge? I tweet, therefore I am. If autocorrect were your teacher, there would be no red pen, no need to defend the error of your ways when you can blame the machine. Autocorrect is a librarian stoked on caffeine, mainlining codeine, spreading verbosity like gangrene. Not using it would be like going back to the Pleistocene when no one could frickin' spell anyway. Students have been making corrections before corrections were cool. If autocorrect were your teacher, there would be no grading, no effort at persuading you to learn. Of course it's not degrading for your brain to be masquerading as a constantly upgrading interface, gently serenading your ego. It's okay not to know. You have autocorrect. If autocorrect were your teacher, then Google would be your god, or at least a favorite uncle who brings you candy and cat videos and porn. A highly useful education. But let us not adorn this benevolent presence with a mantle of scorn, for I would be forsworn to pretend that I have not indulged in a wee dabble of digital delinquency, despite the debilitating dependency degrading my dendrites daily with despair every time I Google, what rhymes with porn? How do I make curried shrimp? What are the lyrics to that new Miley song? Sure, I sing along, I know the tune. Google knows all. Autocorrect will save me, or not. When I try to spell formulate, but it gives me fornicate. When I try to tell my dad I was meditating, but it gives me menstruating. When I want to say something gentle, but it gets all genital up in my grill. No one will blame me if autocorrect is my teacher. Dear autocorrect, I mean no disrespect in suggesting you're imperfect. I only wish to protect the developing intellect of the youth whom you misdirect. Perhaps your influence is indirect, and while I vivisect your flaws, I fail to reflect on the bigger picture. It's not your fault. It's ours. It's the moms and dads, the teachers, the politicians, the bottom line, the upper crust, the high life, the how low can you go, the middle of the road, the idea that life is a drive-through window. Biggie size my fries, extra ketchup, 12 pounds of bacon on my burger, and don't forget my pickle. And I want it now. I'll eat in my car. You should have to work harder than that. It's not autocorrect, that blameless pedagogue of thoughtless authority, appealing to the majority, providing information logically and perhaps blamelessly. It's mediocrity. Autocorrect gives me Medicare for mediocrity, compose for complacency, invirio for incurious, when I spell them wrong, on purpose, just to see. There is no excuse for Medicare when the population is composed of invirio individuals who fail to menstruate for the well-being of their genital souls. Thanks, autocorrect. That makes perfect sense. If autocorrect were your teacher... Oh, wait, you missed what I was just saying? Because you felt compelled to check Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and Kijiji while tapping into your credit card for your Kim K game and beating the next level Candy Crush. Someone's texting you? You just got a Snapchat that's hilarious? While I was trying to teach you how to spell there, and there? I fear my position is precarious, and while it may seem ridiculous that these addictions make me nervous, I fear the situation is serious. We're all becoming delirious, feckless, thoughtless. But we don't have to be. Put down your phone. Look at each other. Nice. We don't have to pay the price of dependency on a device. Our brains may be imprecise, but they will suffice. And the best advice I've ever heard didn't come from my phone, my iPad, my Twitter feed. It came in a time of need, and it has become my creed. You can learn stuff. You already have enough of whatever it is you need to be able to learn. It's time to make a U-turn. And I'm not telling you to spurn technology. You can't, I can't, no one wants to. But when the zombies come scratching at your cave door, baby, I hope you can Google apocalypse. Because I know autocorrect can't fix friendships. It can't support you in hardships. It won't win you apprenticeships or partnerships or find soft lips that whisper, I love you when the lights go out. Compared to the power of your brain, technology is mundane. It's the Novocaine on the root canal of society's forebrain. And yes, you may have to bluff when times get rough, but you're tough. Learn stuff. Google is not your god. Autocorrect is not your teacher. Life is. Turn it on. Turn autocorrect off. Learn something. It's the only way to defeat the zombies. Good times, good times.